Chief Lucas Obi was a man who had everything money could buy. Mansions in Abuja, a fleet of luxury cars, and a thriving oil business. But there was one thing he lacked, and it kept him awake at night: a child. He had been married to his wife Amanda for 8 years. Amanda was a kind, beautiful woman who loved Lucas deeply. She cooked his meals, managed his home, and treated him like a king. But year after year, her womb remained closed. Lucas's family mocked him. His mother, Mama Nkechi, would visit on weekends just to insult Amanda. "You are feeding a man who cannot feed you back with a child," she would scream. "Lucas, drive this dry wood out of your house and marry a real woman." For years, Lucas defended his wife, but as he turned 45, his patience ran out. He wanted an heir. He wanted a son to inherit his empire. One rainy evening, Amanda returned from the market to find her bags packed and thrown outside the gate. Standing at the door was Lucas, holding the waist of a young, fair-skinned lady named Jessica. Jessica was clearly pregnant, her stomach protruding proudly. "Lucas, what is happening?" Amanda asked, tears gathering in her eyes. "I am tired of waiting for a miracle, Amanda. Jessica is carrying my heir. A man of my stature cannot die childless. Go back to your father's house. You are of no use to me here." Amanda fell to her knees in the mud. "Lucas, please, we promise for better or worse. Don't do this." But Lucas just signaled the security to lock the gate. As the heavy iron doors slammed shut, Amanda cried out a painful prayer. "Lucas, you have disgraced me today, but God is watching. Time will tell who is really barren." Amanda left with nothing but her clothes and a broken heart. 2 years passed, and Lucas was living his dream life. Jessica had given birth to a bouncing baby boy named Junior. Lucas spoiled the boy, buying him gold chains and expensive toys. He threw massive parties, showing off his heir to the world. Jessica, however, was demanding. She spent Lucas's money recklessly and treated the house staff like slaves. But Lucas didn't care. He finally had a son. But life has a way of balancing the scales. On Junior's second birthday, the boy suddenly collapsed while playing. He was rushed to the hospital. The doctors ran tests and came back with grim news. Junior had a rare blood condition and needed an immediate transfusion from his biological father to survive. Lucas rolled up his sleeves immediately. "Take my blood! Take all of it! Save my son!" he shouted. The doctor took Lucas's blood sample, but an hour later, the doctor returned with a confused look on his face. He asked to speak to Lucas in private. "Chief," the doctor said quietly, "we cannot use your blood." "Why? I am O positive. I am a universal donor." "It's not about the blood type, sir." He hesitated. "I ran a DNA compatibility test just to be sure. Chief, this boy, Junior, he's not your son. There is 0% match." Lucas froze. "What are you saying? Are you mad?" "Sir, wait," the doctor continued, looking at Lucas's medical file. "I looked deeper into your history. Sir, based on your reproductive count, it is medically impossible for you to father a child. You have been sterile since birth." The world spun around Lucas. He fell back into his chair. Sterile? Impossible. Then the realization hit him like a bullet. If he was sterile, then Amanda wasn't barren. She was never the problem. He was. Lucas stormed into the hospital ward where Jessica was waiting. "Who wants the child?" he roared, grabbing her by the arm. Terrified, Jessica broke down. She confessed that the child belonged to her ex-boyfriend, a gym instructor. She had only targeted Lucas because she heard he was desperate and rich. Lucas threw her out of the hospital room and collapsed on the floor. weeping bitter tears of regret. He had thrown away a good woman, a faithful woman, for a lie. Desperate for redemption, Lucas drove to the village to find Amanda. He wanted to beg. He wanted to offer her half his wealth just to come back. When he arrived at her father's compound, he saw Amanda. But she wasn't alone. She was sitting on the porch, breastfeeding a newborn baby. Beside her sat a handsome man who was holding her hand lovingly. Lucas walked up, shaking. Amanda. Amanda looked up. She didn't look angry. She just looked peaceful. Lucas, she said softly, meet my husband David, and this is our son, Samuel. Lucas stared at the baby. You have a child? I was never barren, Lucas, Amanda said, her voice filled with pity. The problem was never me. But I loved you too much to tell you the truth and hurt your pride. I protected your secret, and in return, you threw me into the rain. Lucas fell to his knees in the dust, crying bitter tears of regret. He realized he had chased a fake heir and lost the only woman who truly loved him. He drove back to his empty mansion, a billionaire with no heir and no home. Whatever you do in life, never let pride make you destroy a good person, because once a good heart leaves, it never returns.